This blue planet we live on, Earth, a non-stop piece of the solar system, it has been the order of the universe for billions of years. What if this order, which we are familiar with, collapsed in an instant? The story is a record of a catastrophe on a cosmic scale that began as the tiny dot of Earth became as huge as the sun, a planet that came to refer to itself as a giant Earth. Let's watch the moment when that overwhelming mass and gravity devour everything in the solar system. The Earth is smaller than dust compared to the sun. The sun's radius is huge enough to place 1,000,000 Earths, and its mass is more than 330,000 times that of Earth. But the Earth is made of solid rock, and the sun is a hot mass of gas. This means that the density of the Earth is much higher than that of the sun. This difference in density changes everything. If the Earth were as big as the sun, its mass would be 4 times that of the sun. As such an unimaginable being emerges in the solar system, the balance of the universe begins to tilt toward destruction. The overwhelming gravity of the giant Earth shakes everything in the solar system. First, the fate of the sun and Earth is reversed. Now the sun is no longer the center of the solar system. It is driven by the Earth's powerful gravity, and the sun revolves around the Earth. The old order of the solar system has collapsed. But this was just the beginning. Before the new ruler, the first to be sacrificed was our old companion, the moon. The moon, driven by the gravity of the giant Earth, is drawn towards the Earth at an uncontrollable speed. In front of our eyes we see the moon in pieces, shattered fragments pouring down into the Earth's atmosphere. Finally, the moon is absorbed into the giant Earth without a trace and disappears. When the closest companion to the universe disappears, every planet is in panic. The disappearance of the moon was an eerie sign of the power of the giant Earth. Now every planet in the solar system is in fear. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Neither Saturn, which boasted beautiful rings, nor Jupiter, which had huge swirls, can keep their respective orbits anymore. Planets start to orbit unstable under the strong gravity of the giant Earth. It's a terrible fate to collide with each other, to be absorbed by the giant Earth or the sun. Lucky planets bounce out of the solar system at out-of-control speeds and disappear into eternal darkness. The solar system is no longer what we knew to be peaceful. Everything is destroyed, and the planets become ghosts who wander after losing their orbit. The gravity of the giant Earth is shattering everything in the solar system. Life cannot survive in this vortex of chaos. Every planet is destroyed, or it becomes a lost child in the eternal universe. The inside of the giant Earth that engulfed everything is an unimaginable storm stage. The pressure created by a mass 4 times heavier than the sun is likely to tear the center of the Earth apart. This pressure causes a fusion reaction in the heart of the Earth. But the Earth is a rocky planet made up of oxygen and silicon, not hydrogen. The enormous energy does not emit light and heat like stars, but rather is trapped inside and creates explosive pressure. This runaway energy destroys the body of the giant Earth from the inside. The Earth's surface is shattered with a huge earthquake, and the continent collapses. A huge crack crosses the entire planet, and magma boils over and burns everything down. Now the Earth is no longer a planet of life, but a giant monster that destroys itself. All life disappears without a trace. Only despair and destruction remain. After the violent climax, there was only a terrifying silence left in the solar system. All planets and asteroids lost their orbits and were destroyed, or lost in the eternal universe. The sun is now just a huge satellite orbiting Earth, and even that is slowly losing energy and getting cold. The giant Earth that engulfed everything is now left alone. The imagination that the Earth is as big as the sun. It's a force of destruction that destroys everything, and eventually traps itself in the dark. This story is an eerie warning of how fragile and precious the order and balance of the universe is. What do you think of the beginning of this great destruction?